Hey, Joanne.
Hi, Denise. Happy Thursday.
Cheers to another week of great TV.
Indeed.
So, what gossip do you have for us this week?
Oh, I have some gossip, Denise. Did you see Shabuzi perform the Cowgirl song on Jimmy Fallon? I think it was last night.
No.
And Sierra was on with him dancing.
Oh, really?
And at the end, they spun around and went in for a kiss. And then they put the cowboy hat over so you couldn't see if they kissed.
Ooh.
And Jesse Solomon, wins the internet, commented, "Can you please bring Mr. Shabuzi to one of our summer parties? I sure would like to meet him." It was so funny.
That would be so cool.
My God. First of all, I'm like, what are you even doing back on Summer House if you're, I don't know if she's dating him, but that'd be a catch.
That
Holy
would be
cow.
really cool. Okay, that's a good one.
Very funny. Sally confessed that she went to visit Steve McBee Jr., I believe in Kansas City.
Recently?
I don't know how recently, but confirmed. I don't know what happened. The way that I read the story quickly when I skimmed it was that she confirmed he's a creep, and Craig happened to be in town, and Craig went and rescued her and picked her up and got her out of there.
Okay, I believe that 100%. I wonder how recent it was.
I don't know because she's clearly sleeping with Kyle. Apparently she's going to visit Kyle this weekend to film Summer House.
Okay. She must love that. She'll be on two
Yeah.
shows.
Oh my God. How they had morning sex and it was amazing. And it is funny, Steve McBee, when he was on Watch What Happens Live, said something like, "Yeah, I met Sally. I know Sally. She's nice." Then he said the people he would want to date most are Sierra and Mia from Southern Charm.
Okay.
Get a grip, Steve
Way
McBee.
out of your league. He was on Joe Millionaire or something.
Something like that. Farmer Wants a Wife, or yeah, one of those things.
Gross.
We're going to talk about it, but I like his ex Allie a little bit more after this episode.
I do too.
Yeah.
And yes, we will definitely get into that.
The other thing I had, Stassi's new show premiered on Hulu.
Oh, it did. Okay.
Yes. And she's been doing a little bit of press. But on the show, I saw a clip. I didn't watch the show, actually. Not yet. I think I want to. But she said how it was interesting that reality TV is so toxic and they made her look terrible, but she's addicted to it, but she has PTSD, but she can't stay away from it. And she said basically how in Vanderpump Rules, the producers made the girls, it was always an issue with the girls. The girls look crazy. The girls were yelling Tequila Katie and Crazy Kristen, and they were just protecting the boys and just to make the boys look better. And I thought to myself, is the Valley kind of mimicking the same behaviors a little bit?
Yeah, that's interesting because I think Lisa Vanderpump had a hand in that too. Always loved the boys and was, always kind of stirring the pot with the girls. Yeah. And then they kind of got that reputation.
And I see a lot of podcasters kind of, I don't want to say bashing, but talking about the producer Alex Baskin. And I think he was a Vanderpump producer.
Yes.
And he's very pro boy on the show.
Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. And that's gross. I mean, also, it's probably not too hard to get 20-year-old girls who are doing drugs all riled up.
And not eating, like you said.
But yeah. Well, so is her show is it on once a week? Is it released in chunks?
That I don't know. I just know it's on Hulu and it just premiered.
And what's it about? Just her life right now?
Yeah. And it's Katie and I guess Christina Kelly, and maybe Katie and Christina had a falling out.
And they're just living their lives in LA?
I think so. And then Katie said something like, "You don't want me on the show. You don't want me a part of the show." But Katie then really kind of checks Stassi about her bullshit. And Stassi was like, "See, Katie needs to be on TV. I need Katie on my show because she's good TV." So that was kind of nice, I guess.
All right. Okay. I'll give it a whirl when I'm not watching Little House on the Prairie.
Still into that, huh?
I finished it and then I went back and started the original series and I'm like, this show is so depressing. But I still love it.
So why did they get to Walnut Grove? What was the backstory?
So the season 1 ends where they're leaving Kansas
A
Oh, so I went
cliffhanger.
back and did a rewatch of season 1 of Little House on the Prairie, and it was the same. They were in Kansas in season 1, but I guess they never did reruns of season 1.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I was like, "Huh?" Yeah, so season 1, they were in Kansas.
Reality TV before we had it. Let's see how horrible it was for people and get entertained by it.
It was so weird because, the beginning song is different from the song at the end of the show, and the song at the end of the show, always we had dinner right after that, and so the nostalgia is just killing me, right?
Triggers. Yeah, that's weird. It's funny how that works.
Alright, well, here we go with the McBees.
Let's do it.
So we start, with the RV in South Dakota pulling away from the prison drop off, and everyone's crying. And Christy says she's there to help them in any way. And Allie, and Casey go to the back of the RV and ask Steve Jr.'s girlfriend, Allie, how Texas was. She was pretty much like, yeah, not good. So she was like, my dad, didn't really say anything at all, which is telling. I didn't need to ask him because he says if you have to ask, then there's your answer. So then Casey brings up the tallow business. And Allie's saying, if you need my help, I want to help. And then they start telling Allie, Steve Jr. is kind of scary. When he gets mad, he can be intimidating. And she's like, well, I've never seen that side of him.
Meanwhile, because he knows she won't take it, those other girls will just like cower down and take it. This Allie girlfriend, I could see her not taking any crap, and Steven Jr. knows that.
Right. But I think like if he thinks once we're married and she's locked in, then I can start acting like a dick.
Yeah.
But also, so what is your take? Like, I'm reading all this stuff online. Like, okay, it was Allie's idea to promote the tallow line, and Steve's just doing whatever Allie wants. And then the other side of it is Steven tried to start this business with Calla. I kind of think Allie's like not wanting to be a part of this.
She said so much. She was like, I don't
Right.
see how I fit in. And this is not the kind of business that I do. And I would never get involved in a business where the owners can't communicate. And she was just like, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag.
I mean, I think what we're seeing as the episode goes on is that I think she thought she was going to be with this guy and they were going to be a power couple. And then she soon realized he's a fucking moron, and we get to these business meetings and she's like, none of these people know anything and they're just flying by the seat of their pants.
I was pretty impressed with her when she was like, well, my commission's 20% and I get 10 grand post op. I don't even know what that means, but she obviously knows her stuff and she's not going to be an idiot and get into some business with some guy she just met who she wanted to get to know off the show and he wanted her on the show.
Yeah. She talked like a legit business person with a business plan, with the numbers, and they're all stuttering like, I don't.
I cook with tallow. It's my recipe.
And she's like, Steven, you've never even seen me make the tallow. He's like, yeah, so? I'm like, this guy's just trying to steal her business, have his girlfriend run it. Very gross.
It's weird.
Okay, so we go to the car wash and it's Jesse and Cole and Galena. And this is another thing I heard on another podcast. Like they never say like Steve's going to prison. It's kind of like Teresa Giudice and Joe Giudice, like he's just going away for a while. Like they don't say the word prison. So Galena's like, well, he's away. How was the drop off? But she said, like I called last week, she was like, my life has changed so much since he's not calling me nonstop. I think she feels kind of a sense of freedom.
Yeah. She looked a lot happier, especially when she reveals
Uh, you could say it.
Masha apparently had to spend 2 days in jail for a DUI. Like, why 2 days in jail, you think?
Okay, was it a DUI? I don't think it was a DUI, was it?
Did I read car accident? I don't know. I assumed DUI. Maybe it wasn't a DUI?
Let me see. No, she got a speeding ticket.
A speeding ticket. Well, that's even weirder, right? Why would you spend
Right.
2 days in jail for a speeding ticket?
That's what I'm thinking. Like maybe she doesn't have a license. Like there was something more to that we didn't know. But that was her mugshot. She looked pretty good though, I gotta say.
Yeah, she was like, hey, I'm going to jail.
So at this car wash meeting, they bring up this NFR, National Finals Rodeo, the Super Bowl of rodeos. I want to go to this. I've never heard of this, but I'm like, this could be something to see. So I'm kind of confused on the timeline because Christy's saying, okay, I booked these suites for you guys in Vegas. This is a bachelorette party, but it's also during NFR and also during Cowboy Christmas. And they want a booth there. So it's like a business trip.
They were looking at booths for Cowboy Christmas. So I didn't quite understand. Was it also Cowboy Christmas or are they planning for Cowboy Christmas in
Yeah,
Vegas?
I couldn't understand that either.
Yeah,
And Jesse doesn't want to go. He said it's a bad look,
that was kind of weird. But I mean, he's not wrong,
right?
but why should he stay back and everyone else? It doesn't help anything to be like, well, one brother stayed back.
If it is NFR, is it a bad look?
Cowboys, you're on a cowboy show. It's definitely like a business write off, I would even say.
Right, right.
He just seems like he wants nothing to do with her, and they're not split up yet in real
No.
life.
But I think he's more internalizing his dad's stuff than anyone else. Like, I think he's like in a depression.
Mm.
He looks like really sad.
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
Well, side note, I did look up Christy McBee's businesses.
Okay.
In the divorce, she acquired a company and she turned it around from like, I want to say, I don't know, I didn't write it all down, but she like tripled the profits of it. And it's a kind of a telecom business, but they do construction, telecom, concrete, and fiber cabling. And
Damn.
she turned it around and made it successful in the divorce because she got the business. And then what happened to everything else that she didn't get in the divorce?
I mean, do you think the boys are in her will? Like, they better be
Right.
hoping, like, shit, mom's making some money. Like, can't count on dad. Okay. So at some point, the girls all go shopping for Vegas and talk about they're going to go see Thunder from Down Under. She tells the girls Jesse doesn't want to go. Then we see Jesse meeting with Christy. And so Christy's really pushing him, like, hey, like, go make, you know, Allie needs you. You guys need to reconnect. Go do this. It sounds like she's trying to fix something. Do you think she kind of has an inkling, like maybe he's cheating or
I would think so.
because she seemed really to be kind of doing like,
A lot.
yeah,
Yeah. And she had said, like, I don't want them to go down the same path that
Steve
Steven is.
Sr.
Right. So,
Hmm.
yeah, I think she probably assumes that he's cheating.
Yeah. And so then they show flashbacks of them when they were so young. And she's like, you guys need to remember how it used to be and have fun together. Okay. So then we get into all this craziness about Steve Jr. sending hateful texts to Casey.
Yeah.
What on earth do you think is going on here?
I think he's just a jerk and she's intimidated and she knows she can't stand up to him. And the brother, Cole, I don't think is comfortable standing up to him. What do you think?
Okay. I look at it from a perspective of a narcissist, right? Of all the women, she's the quote unquote weakest. And so I do think he's kind of developed this relationship with her over the years. Like he's the older brother because she says we were so close.
Right.
We spend a lot of time together. We do a lot of things together. But then when Allie said that they were spending too much time together and it was inappropriate, Jesse's Allie,
Yeah.
that struck me like, why would Allie say that? I don't think she would make something up.
For some reason, agreed with Steven Jr. that maybe she was jealous that those guys had a close relationship and he's scary and maybe Allie McBee is scared of him. I don't know. That whole thing was weird.
Super weird. And Allie, his girlfriend, calling it out, being like, this whole fucking thing is weird. This relationship between you is weird. The fact that, you don't talk to Cole about it. You don't talk directly to Casey about it. Like Allie saying it, like the whole thing is so weird and
He
gross.
never said anything to Jesse about saying it. And he thinks Cole knows, but he's not sure. And like, she's just like, this is toxic.
Yeah. I think, in this episode, we see her really get like the ick from all of them. Like, all of you are a bunch of idiots. No one knows what they're doing. You pretend that you're wealthier than you are, and you have really not good boundaries with each other. Maybe he hugs her too close, or I could see him. Like when you said, Sally was like, "He's a creep. Get me out of here." Maybe yeah. And Casey being like, "I don't wanna say anything," because, Cole's like, "Don't go against my brother."
So maybe she shared it with Allie and Allie spoke up because she's outspoken.
Yeah. That whole thing I don't think was a producer fake drama. Like, there's something there, and it's icky. Okay, so next week, we see them at the strip clubs, and then everyone's pressuring Casey to get married in Vegas,
Yeah, I mean,
and she, like, looks like she's gonna have a breakdown. I think there's a part of her that's like, "Do I want this?
right.
Like, what am I doing?"
I don't think they've been married, right? But she's pregnant again,
Mhm.
but they're not. Are they married yet?
No, I don't think so.
She's probably like, he might be going to jail in this. He might be following his dad into federal prison for the deed situation or whatever.
True, and she might be watching Allie, Jesse's wife, really struggling and maybe has one foot out, and she's like, "I don't think I want this." I don't know if she's strong enough to get out, though.
Yeah,
We'll see. Still love the show. Love it.
I really do too. I'm gonna go back and watch
Good, good.
the first 2 seasons.
Yeah. Okay, so the city. Really sick of Kyle and Amanda. Okay, they both said they only had sex 3 times in 4 years. That is insane.
Newlywed?
I don't even get that. Like, I see her reasoning, but I that sounds like reasoning of someone, like, 6 years in, 7 years in. They do seem to, like, really love each other on some level, but why do you think he was staying in the marriage?
Well, it sounds like he wasn't.
Well, that's true. But why not just get
Can't
divorced?
imagine Kyle not having sex with anyone for 7 years. Like, I just don't see
Right.
it.
So he definitely was, but he definitely felt like he had to take care of her,
Yeah,
and that's what we keep seeing, right?
and still pays for her health insurance, and she's like, "Thank you so much." She was, like, all snooty.
He's like, "Get your shit out of my apartment and get your own health insurance." What did you think about her kind of suggesting that she and Wes aren't that serious?
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know, I think she's just so afraid to talk about it and is probably afraid to label it as love, and we say "love ya" and right, to scare him off? I don't know what it is, but they're not endgame. Everyone with eyes can see that.
I mean, she definitely showed up totally different to this reunion in that I think she knows it's not love.
And how bad she looked. Are you seeing that they think West and or Amanda have fake Instagram burner accounts and they're roasting Sierra on them?
No. Are you kidding
Yeah.
me?
Saying like, "Oh, she has no chemistry, she's not a good host," like, just kind of bashing her. I don't know if it's, obviously who knows if it's, like, really them, but everyone is saying it's West and or Amanda.
I still think Whitney is, like, caught in this horrible relationship with Kenny. He is awful. She is so snowed by him still in this reunion. If they come back, I wanna see her, like, because all the girls looking at her with, like, such sympathy, like, "Girl, you don't even know, like, how douchey this guy really is. You sound like an idiot." Like, the looks on their faces are just like the "You poor thing. You have no idea."
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's rookie season, but she doesn't seem cut out for that type of reality TV to me, to be in there with this relationship.
No. What'd you think? How did Danielle do? What do you think about
Fine.
she definitely wants her spot back on the show, so she's doing anything to stay on, like, literally anything.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I was never a huge Danielle fan, so I don't really care.
I wonder if her boyfriend, husband, whatever he is, like, does he have a career? Do they need this money?
Good question. I don't know. We know he's not divorced, right?
Does he have kids from that?
Don't know, actually.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he's got child support payments.
Right.
She's like, "We gotta stay on this. We need this income."
I don't know. They have not said if it's picked up again for a second season, right?
Mm-mm.
Because I guess it would start filming in the fall with Kyle and Lindsay. They just won't let Kyle and Lindsay go. So let's see.
Yeah. Nothing else, like, really stood out to me at all.
Yvonne, the stupid pink dress thing again,
Yeah, who
the
cares?
single mom card. I cried for a week. What?
Yeah.
Lexi and
Lexi
Andreas.
has, like, no personality. They are, like, so boring. They need to get off the show. They bring nothing.
I know. I feel bad.
I mean, he's hot, but that's it.
Like, she's beautiful, yes, but what else does he see in her? Unless she's just not, okay, not cut out for reality TV in a different way than Whitney, but yeah.
Paige should have stayed with him, and Paige, has such a fiery personality. They would have been great together. She not got sucked in by that loser Craig. All right, you lead us through the valley.
Oh, the Valley.
First, I wanna ask, did you think this was a good season finale?
Yeah, I did. I don't know, the second half of the season really hooked me. It
Okay.
was, like, honestly, one of the ones I look forward to the most.
And they're getting a three-part reunion. 3 parts. That's too much.
It's way too much, like, it's just not necessary. Anyway, so, alright, Kristen and Luke, the baby drops the pacifier outside, and Kristen just sucks it and licks it and
That
sucks
was
it,
disgusting,
and I'm like, "Okay, that's not your 3rd kid, that's your 1st kid.
and you're giving the baby more germs by that was just
Blow
nasty.
on it and stick it back in." Like, if there's nothing visible on it, you don't have to suck it.
Yeah, no.
Your mouth is not an alcohol swab. I mean, maybe she was like, maybe
It's
she swigged vodka beforehand and we didn't see it. I don't know.
your
Then
mouth
it's
is the
acceptable.
farthest thing from alcohol, so
Freaking then Alala and Nia go meet and get coffee, and Nia shares more about her upbringing, which we knew. Like, her dad raised her. They were in homeless shelters. He was divorced 2 times. She's breastfeeding. The baby's there. She's breastfeeding.
So what struck me about this was, like, Lala shows up. I think she did this on purpose. Like, I'm gonna look like a edgy hooker so that Nia looks
I
more
feel
like Little House on
comfortable.
the Prairie.
Right. Because you know she's bringing her baby, and you know her boo's going to be out, and the baby's getting on her boot.
But I was a little confused by Nia's backstory because it sounds like what I'm picking up on was her dad was a narcissist and mom didn't get Jack in the divorce and was couch surfing and homeless. But Nia said she was raised by her father. So when she was with her mother, maybe over summers or on weekends, it was like so not stable. But then dad remarried and had 2 times, she said.
2 times.
So, I mean, it makes sense why she wants this super duper wholesome, stable home and why she is definitely not going to leave him because she wants her kids to have intact parents. Oof. I gave a lot of insight.
Luke and Kristen, he said he didn't jive with the therapist, and someone said he just doesn't want to go to therapy. It has nothing to do with the therapist. And he wants to put pregnant Kristen to rest. So let's go ahead and hurry up and have another baby so I don't have to deal with you when you're pregnant because you're awful. Which is just so heartwarming and just must make the reproductive juices flow.
How about don't have any more kids, the two of you? How about that?
There is an option, another option. Oh my God, that was brutal. Lacey and Jesse, okay, in the baby clinic, I was confused what was happening here. So she says she's had stage 4 endometriosis, a lot of surgery or, things from that. And she wants to either freeze her eggs or freeze embryos with Jesse, but she's thinking eggs.
Yes.
And her one ovary is good enough. They don't have to remove it. So it makes you feel for Lacey a bit because, again, endometriosis is understudied and underdiagnosed.
I mean, I think like she's like, maybe I'll want to have another kid, but I don't think she wants to have a kid with this guy.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. Like, and she even says, like, oh, he's planning our marriage and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, no, I'm just freezing my eggs for myself.
Things are good how they are with disgust. He's going to have a different answer, but I'm happy just as is.
Yeah.
So then, is Nia breastfeeding more than one of her kids? Because I feel like she's always breastfeeding. You
Boobs are
know,
huge.
4 under 4. So maybe she's breastfeeding more than one. There's always a baby on her teat.
So the next one in line would be what, 18 months old? Maybe.
But I'm like, she always is pulling her top down, which
Yeah.
God bless her. Good for you. Show it. Women should feel totally comfortable doing that. But also, I'm trying to get my reality TV trash on.
Yeah. And can't you just pump? I mean, please?
Pump, leave the baby home with the babysitter for a
Yes.
3-hour party. For like,
Makes me so mad. We'll get to that. I was like screaming at the TV.
yeah. So I wrote down, why is she always breastfeeding? Is she breastfeeding more than one? She must be. Brittany's party. Nia rolls up with the stroller. And Danny just can't not be annoying. When he was pretending to be the Dracula
Oh
count.
my God. First of all, I was like, he's wasted already. He was definitely drinking at home, so annoying. And, just playing out that stupid Dracula character. Everyone's like, dude, shut the fuck up and get away from me.
I've said it before, like, he thinks he's funny, he's not. His personality sucks, and he's a bad drunk. Like, it's just the personality Death Star. I don't know.
I hate this online hate that the girls are getting. Like, you just go after Danny when he's drunk, and he's always drunk. Guess what? He's always blackout drunk. They're not, just waiting for those times. Those times are always during
He's
filming.
weird and creepy and annoying and confrontational.
He was blackout at this party, you could tell.
He was, like, stumbling. Anyway, we'll get to that, but so Jesse's trying to, like, indulge Danny in the little stupid accent stuff, and Lacey's like, "It's not the most unattractive thing I've seen Jesse do, but it's pretty up there, but I've seen him in his saggy underpants." That was so great.
Ugh,
But Lacey clocking it, like, "Stop with the stupid accent," right? Like, why can't Nia tell Danny? Because she can't, because
she
he would
can't.
freak out on her,
He'll
like,
just
"This
do it
isn't
more.
funny. It's not funny."
Yeah, not funny. Yeah, if she says anything, he'll just do it more to annoy her and annoy everybody else. That's his person.
Right. And then you sort of see off camera, but you see the subtitles, Nia asking Danny, "Are you drunk?"
I wonder if he was closet drinking at home.
Well, what I was going to say to you, do you think maybe he does like pills or something in addition to where like one drink will really just shoot him over the
I
edge?
don't know. I think if anything, he'd be taking Ozempic and just like he seems so body fit conscious. I don't know. But I do think he's closet drinking at home and she doesn't know how much
Yeah.
because he was lit when he got there.
Oh my God. And then he's just shoveling food into his face.
That was disgusting. He is just disgusting.
And then Lala, being nice, was like, "You have cheese all over your face. Let's go ahead and get you a napkin, you filthy, sloppy, drunk asshole."
Yeah, and even Jesse's like, okay, like trying to steady him and get him a water, like trying to like, hey, you're not like helping yourself here. And like, let's pull it together, buddy.
What the hell was Jasmine trying to do?
I did not understand any of that. I was like, why are these people screaming? What is going on?
Why would Jasmine be like, "Oh, you said this about Michelle? Let me go start a fight with Michelle." Like, stop trying to make yourself relevant on this show. You don't bring a lot. Not
No,
trying to be rude. This is not it. Like, don't be screaming at Michelle and then calling her friend a bitch.
she was pretty wasted too,
She was
Jasmine.
wasted and just trying to get camera time
Yeah.
in the worst possible way. So then Kristen basically gets confronted with saying that Nia gives Zach a hard time about Janet, and Kristen's just denying it and kind of lying. And she's like, "Yeah, no, I shouldn't have said what I said, but." And then
Hmm.
Brittany is beyond pissed, which she should be.
So I was listening to Juicy Scoop this morning and Heather was interviewing someone. And they were saying that from what they can see, Kristen is starting to change her tune on Nia and Danny. She feels the audience shifting, but also watching the season back because she only knew what Nia was telling her. What she saw was bad enough, but I think maybe she wasn't present for all of the drunk escapades on camera. So Heather always makes predictions on Juicy Scoop. Do you listen to Juicy Scoop?
Mm-mm.
Her predictions are typically right on the money, and she thinks that they're going to bring Jax back because she thinks Brittany will agree to film with him and this producer, or what is she, the PR person?
Yeah.
Because Heather said it would be in Brittany's best interest for Jax to be employed, number one, and make money that she can now collect child support. He can't say he's unemployed. And two, to have someone in his life that she knows and is somewhat stable, but also has an income and is not some like two-bit hooker off like off the streets, like that their son knows her. So I kind of can see that.
I just think And Kristen said this on Watch What Happens Live, and whatever that guest said, she's right. Like Kristen was like, "Oh, I don't know. Like, I can't believe what I saw, and I think differently now about Danny." But she was saying how like the publicist knew all of the dirty, dark, deepest things about Brittany, right? Through the divorce. That's serious betrayal. Like it's almost worse than West and Amanda betrayal to me. This was like a paid person that you spilled everything to.
But I don't think this is right, but we know Brittany is like such a forgiving person and she only wants to see things like at a certain level. I mean, I wouldn't not be surprised if he comes back with her and they film. I know. Ew.
Well, that's the end of her PR career. I mean, I guess it's done anyway, but all right. So Kristen's denying what she said. Brittany's freaking out. Then Danny slurring, stumbling, can't stand up. Jesse's like, let's get water. Did you check the girls that were walking by and looked him in his eye and he gave him a dirty look?
No, I didn't see that.
I feel like, did he touch one of their butts or something?
Probably.
Because they walk, and I rewound it and I couldn't really see, but they just walked really slowly and gave him a look, either like a let's hook up kind of look or a you're a disgusting pig kind of look.
I'll have to go back and look.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway, so then he goes to like the swings to lay down and he's just, which is
This is
why?
the whole thing. Go home, put him in an Uber. Why is the baby there?
Pass out in the car. It's so absurd.
It really is. Like at that point, you should be like, okay, we're going home now. Or Danny, you're going home now. He sets himself up. You know, people are like, oh, why did all these people confront him? He gets blackout drunk and doesn't go home.
One of them said it, like maybe it was Janet, like if my husband inappropriately touched someone when they were blackout drunk, that my husband would never drink again. I think it must have been Jason and Janet.
Right. Because Jason's not an alcoholic.
And then when Danny said to Michelle, like, well, Jesse got really drunk all the time. She's like, yeah, but he didn't act like you.
Yeah. Can we just, I don't know if we got to this part yet with Jesse being a full jerk to Michelle. I'm like, this is Jesse. We liked him last episode, like being like, but here he is, right? Just trying to
Yes, you have a
control her.
boyfriend and my daughter. Yep.
Right.
Yeah, an asshole.
He's a
I
dick.
guess. Yeah. All right. So Danny's there lying down. Jason goes over. He's like, I have nowhere else to put my leg up.
Yeah.
And then so Jason starts confronting him about the situation with Lala and doesn't he owe her an apology. And then Janet was like, I want to go listen, but Lala, you have to come with me. And so Janet goes and starts getting into it with him. And then Lala basically says, I heard a rumor through the grapevine. You want to apologize to me. And he's like, for what?
Lala loves fighting with him because he's so
I know.
stupid.
It's so good. And whatever. He's like, yeah, sorry, I said blah, blah, blah. And then Janet gets all heated. And then Jace, he's pointing at like, being really aggressive. It's not
Mhm.
the drinking, it's your aggression when you drink. It's your behavior when you drink. And he tells Jason, like, shut up. What are you going to do with your stupid leg or whatever?
And then she throws her drink on him, which just, I wanted to be like, Janet, this is where the audience turns. Like, you had him where you wanted him.
Even Lala at the same moment was like, what are you doing? You're ruining everything. Jess. I came on to be your friend and protect you, and you fucked it up.
I mean, it was pretty aggressive. She threw the cup at him and hit him in the head. I was like, well, this is not good at all. But he says stuff that triggers the shit out of her. You
Yeah.
know, him demeaning Jason, she was like, oh, hell no. You know, we see Nia have a fit and be like, these aren't our friends. These people are terrible. We should go home. I got so mad. I was like, don't let him push the stroller. He's trying to put the baby in the car. Don't let him anywhere near the baby. He is blackout drunk. I mean, she did a good job of like, but don't bring the baby to an event where you know he's going to get blackout drunk. I don't get
Right.
it.
Yeah, it's poor decision making all around. She's a bad picker.
And she's not going to leave him.
No. But yeah, that's what made me think like maybe there's more than just alcohol, or you're right, he's closet drinking. And then Danny says in the confessional, I'm actually a really, really good guy. Babe, if that's what you have to declare in your confessional, I got news for you.
No.
You're not. And he was like, I wrote down, there are really smart people. And I'm like, scholars tell me I'm a really, really good guy. Like, who's like, what reassurance are you seeking to be like, am I a bad person? I'm like, let me ask this educated scholar.
I think about his drinking, the other thing too is, like, I don't think he's, like, drinking, like, a pre-gaming with, like, a White Claw or a beer. I think he's drinking hard alcohol shots at home. His behavior is very, like, hard alcohol driven. Yeah, so maybe don't drink that stuff anymore, Danny. Maybe just
Right.
stick to
Learn
White
from
Claw.
Shep. Just drink like beer and wine like Shep. You'll be
I don't know, 3 parts? Okay, so a lot of critiques about the reunion outfits on the women.
oh dear.
I only saw Britney's, and it's terrible.
It's really bad.
Why does she why?
Even the Watch What Crappens guys were like, it's the worst ever out of any reunion vlog.
Yeah, Heather McDonald said that Lala should have worn Britney's and Britney should have worn Lala's. I didn't see Lala's dress, though. She said it was too matronly for Lala.
Yeah. I mean, someone said it looked like two dresses. It was a really silver bodice kind of top and then long black on the bottom. It was pretty.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do 3 freaking
I
reunion
know.
episodes. Too much. But, they did say that there's something bad that happens or there is something violent or something goes down in one of the episodes of the reunion.
All right.
So I'm here for that, but it'll probably be like
Jack
episode
or
3.
Zach hits his head again or
It'll probably be the 3rd installment, and I was like, "I sat through the first 2 for this?"
well, we have the Ultimate Girls Trip 20th reunion coming up, and we have the challenge next week, both
Oh my
next
god, I
week.
can't wait. But we will podcast next week. I'll be live from California.
All right.
All right, see you next time.
Cheers.
Cheers. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Charmingly Toxic. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your fellow reality TV junkies. You can connect with me on Instagram at Charmingly Toxic and join the conversation in the Charmingly Toxic Facebook group. This podcast is for entertainment and educational purposes only. While I am a licensed therapist, I'm not diagnosing anyone here. Expect real talk, sarcasm, and a few clinical insights woven in along the way. If you're seeking support for a toxic relationship, please reach out to a licensed therapist or visit my website, dccounseling.org.